Imagine walking into a store for 1 bottle of water and leaving with 3 bags of groceries you never planned to buy. Most people think they are in control. But 95% of your daily purchasing decisions are actually made by the subconscious mind. There is an invisible algorithm in the real. A world that knows exactly when you are hungry and how to make you click buy now.
Welcome to the world of neuromarketing.
Hidden system designed to hijack your brain's logic and empty your wallet. The evolution of the sell marketing used to be a gentleman's game of storytelling. Trying to earn a tiny corner of your memory, think of the old washing powder. Nirma or Coca-Cola ads from the 90s, they wanted you to hum their tune. But the game changed when brands realized that memory is slow, but impulse is lightning fast. Modern marketing doesn't want your memory. It wants your limbic system, the primitive part of your brain that handles survival. Stories versus stimuli. When you see a flash sale or a limited time offer, your brain stops asking, "Do I need this?" Instead, it enters a state of micro-panic. It's a survival response that makes you feel you are losing a resource. This isn't about the product anymore. It's about triggering a chemical surge of dopamine that forces you to act before you think. If you've ever bought something and felt buyer's remorse 10 minutes later, you were a victim of a stimuli hijack. The lab, EEG and Eye-Tracking brands like Toyota and Frito-Lay aren't guessing what you like. They are literally reading your mind in labs. They use EEG caps to measure electrical activity in your brain. When you look at a car's headlights or a bag of chips, they've engineered the crunch of a chip to hit a specific frequency that triggers the pleasure centers in your mind. If the crunch is too soft, the brain doesn't release dopamine. If it's too loud, it triggers irritation. They find the God spot. The mystery of eye-tracking and tracking cameras show that we don't look at billboards. We look at the faces on the billboards, specifically. If the model in the ad is looking at the product, you will look at the product too, if the model is looking at you. You focus on their face and completely ignore what they are trying to sell. This is why every detail, from the direction of a gaze to the curve of a logo, is mathematically calculated to guide your eyes. The Pepsi Aladoxy paradox deep dive look at the famous Pepsi paradox, one of the most important experiments in the history of neuroscience, in blind taste tests. The reward center of the brain lights up more for Pepsi because it is objectively sweeter. But once the labels appear, the prefrontal cortex, where your identity life switches the preference to Coke, the brand Coke, is so deeply wired into your cultural identity that your brain literally changes the way the liquid tastes. The supermarket. Blueprint supermarkets are designed like a deadly maze where the most essential items, milk and bread, are always at the very back to get your essentials. You are forced to walk past thousands of colorful, high-margin items designed to distract you. Large shopping baskets are a psychological trap. An empty basket creates a subconscious feeling of lack that you feel compelled to fill. Have you noticed there are no clocks in malls or supermarkets? They want you to lose your temporal awareness so you stay longer. Digital manipulation. The infinite scroll in the digital world. The infinite scroll is designed to mimic a slot machine, giving you small variable rewards. Digital platforms use social proof, like 100 people bought this in the last hour, to activate your mirror neurons. Your brain is hardwired to follow the crowd for safety. Marketers use that tribal instinct to drive impulse clicks. Even the color of the buy button is tested. Certain shades of orange or red trigger higher heart rates and faster clicks. The dopamine loop: when you see a deal of the day, your brain releases a hit of dopamine before you even buy the product. Dopamine is the chemical of anticipation. Not satisfaction, it's the itch that only a purchase can scratch. Once you enter your credit card details, the dopamine drops and the excitement vanishes, leaving you with a package you didn't really want. This loop is why we have closets full of clothes we've never worn and gadgets we've never turned on. The mirror neuron effect. Why? Do we want the latest iPhone or those specific white sneakers? It's because of our mirror neurons. when we see an influencer or a celebrity using a product. Our brain mirrors the feeling of owning it. We don't buy the product for its utility. We buy it to mirror the status or the lifestyle of the person we see. Brands spend millions on product placement because they know your brain can't help but copy what it admires. The 30-day escape plan: you don't have to stop shopping. You just have to stop being a victim by using the pause protocol. For any purchase over $50, force yourself to wait exactly 48 hours to let your logical brain catch up to your emotional brain. If you still want it after 2 days, the dopamine has cleared and you are making a conscious choice rather than a reactive one. This single habit can save the average person thousands of dollars every single year. Environmental guardrails: never enter a store, physical or digital, without a physical list written down beforehand. If an item isn't on the paper, it doesn't exist in your world, no matter how buy one get one free. It is be aware of the eye level trap always. Look at the very top and very bottom shelves for the best value. The middle shelf is the consumer graveyard, where brands pay the most to put the most expensive products. Labeling the traps: start calling out the marketing tactics as you see them in your daily life too. Break their hypnotic power. When you see only one left at this price, say out loud, "That is a scarcity trigger designed to make me panic." When you see a celebrity endorsement, say, "That is a status play to activate my mirror neurons." Naming the tactic moves the information from your subconscious to your conscious mind, where it loses its power over you. Protecting your financial future: your money isn't just paper or numbers on a screen. It represents hours of your life, your hard work, and your future freedom. Neuromarketing is designed to steal that freedom one impulse buy at a time, keeping you in a cycle of consumption. By identifying these triggers, you move from being a target to being a conscious, powerful owner of your own mind. Take the next 30 days to observe your brain's reactions. You'll be shocked at how many decisions weren't yours at all. Once you see the invisible hand of marketing, you can never unsee its hand. That is your greatest advantage. True wealth isn't about how much you earn, but how much you keep by refusing to fall for the brain trap.